So, Taylor, we just discussed the frustrating situation of a delayed refund. But what if the opposite happens? What if you get a refund that's significantly larger than you anticipated? That can be just as concerning, right? This is what we'll be exploring in our current scenario, the erroneous refund. Imagine opening your mailbox to a refund check that's way more than you expected. It might feel like winning the lottery, but it's crucial to understand the implications. Let's dive in with our expert, Sam. Sam, what's the first step someone should take if they receive a refund that seems too large?
The absolute first step is don't spend it. It's tempting, I know, but that money might not actually be yours. The IRS makes mistakes sometimes, just like everyone else. The next step is to compare the refund amount with your tax return. Double check your calculations and make sure the refund matches what you calculated you were owed.
So, if I understand correctly, even if it feels like a gift from the tax gods, I should resist the urge to book that vacation and instead verify the amount against my own records. This reminds me of what we discussed earlier about keeping good records. It really pays off in situations like these.
Exactly, Taylor. Excellent point. Now, Sam, what are the potential consequences if someone does spend an erroneous refund?
The IRS will eventually notice the error and ask for the overpayment back. This can happen months or even years later. They'll also charge interest on the amount you owe. As our reference article mentions, some of the interest might be forgiven, especially the portion accrued before the IRS contacts you, unless you or someone related to you caused the error or the overpayment is substantial, over $50,000.
That makes sense. So it's not free money, it's more like an interest-bearing loan you didn't ask for. What if the amount is relatively small, say a few $100s? Would the IRS really pursue that?
Yes, they likely would. Even small amounts add up, and the IRS has systems in place to track these discrepancies. Ignoring it could lead to bigger problems down the line.
Right? It's like a library book. Eventually, those overdue fees catch up with you. Let's say someone realizes they received an erroneous refund. What's the best way to communicate with the IRS about it, Sam?
The best way to handle an erroneous refund is to contact the IRS directly. You can call them or write a letter explaining the situation. Include a copy of your return and the notice you received about the refund. The IRS website also provides guidance on how to handle overpayments. Being proactive and transparent is key.
So, reaching out to the IRS is crucial. It's like admitting you accidentally took an extra item from the grocery store self-checkout. Better to address it head-on than to wait for them to come looking for you. I appreciate that clarity, Sam.
Great analogy, Taylor. Let's recap. If you receive a larger than expected refund, don't spend it. Verify the amount against your return, and if there's a discrepancy, contact the IRS immediately. This proactive approach can save you from interest charges and potential penalties down the road.